Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our Woman in Focus today is Shalini Chander. We were talking about you, meeting Mr. Chander, our Consul General, good-looking man. So was it was it love at first sight?
It kind of was respect on first sight. Love came a little later, probably from my side. His side must be different. I know you have to ask him. But yeah, he's a wonderful man. And the fact that I said yes to him, I mean, I met him and then we got married within the span of a month.
Really?
Yes, it was like that.
Wow.
So I must have thought that he's fantastic.
Yes.
And
yes.
He definitely is. He's been my husband for 24 years.
Wow.
And he just gets better. So that's good.
So
that's
children?
Wonderful. I've got one daughter, lovely, beautiful daughter, and I'm just blessed to have her. I mean, I get all overwhelmed and emotional when I talk about her for good enough reasons. But yeah, she is at 18 and a half.
Yes.
She's going to UBC now.
Good for her.
And she loves this place.
She does, eh?
She loves this place.
So when you, for her education as well must have been disrupted too because you guys were moving around.
Disrupted for sure, but then we have this wonderful system of international schools where the curriculum is the same all over the world.
Okay.
So that kind of makes life much easier for all of us.
For the children,
For the children, for even for us, because if children suffer, we suffer more than them.
You just told me that you've been married for 24 years. I mean, I thought you were about 25, 26 years old.
A child marriage, you may say. No, thank you. Thank you for that. But no, I'm pretty old. That's
okay. Don't say that. So, aspirations for your daughter. Did your parents have any aspirations of you? Did they expect you to?
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure. Oh,
yeah?
yes. That generation parents, they were only expectation and aspirations.
Yeah. So you have to do this, you have to do that.
Definitely. And my father is a go-getter. He's a very strong person, very determined and very focused. I took that from him. So I'm determined, I'm focused for sure. But my parenting style have changed. Which is good for my daughter because I just feel she should be happy and she should be free and she should choose whatever she wants to be.
She's a global child.
She definitely is.
Yeah.
And she knows her mind, so I'm happy for that. I'm quite good with whatever decision she makes because in my heart I know she's going to make the best decision for herself.
And do you see her taking your profession or
Initially, she did think of taking my profession, but there are a few subjects which she doesn't like. For example, mathematics. There's a universal hate for mathematics, and I don't blame her for that. Because of that, she's not able to take science.
Right.
But now she's very beautifully adjusted herself, and she's taking law.
Good.
So which is wonderful. So yeah, my husband also did law. So definitely, she's taking after him, which is not bad.
Which is fantastic. Coming back to you, when you got married and you had your very first child, were you in India at that time or were you traveling?
Well, I conceived her when I was in Germany, and then having worked in Germany as a doctor, I knew what I was getting into.
Right.
And so I chose to be in India.
Right.
And I delivered her in India. But I stayed there with her for a year, and then subsequently my husband took a posting there, and we were back all as a family in India. So yeah, she's born in India, like she's raised everywhere.
So once you are in foreign service, I mean this would be called foreign service in India, right?
Absolutely, yes.
At the end of the entire tenure of yours, do you have to go back to India and stay there for a little while and then choose another place to go to?
It depends actually.
Right.
You are free to do what you wish. So they respect your decision that way. If they accommodate you, if you can be accommodated. But generally what happens is you have 3 postings out,
right,
which means 9 to 10 years out, and then it's 1 posting back home. So that also is a better idea, because you know there's minimum disruption, as you said, of education
For sure.
For children, which is good. I like it like that.
Right.
But I like this arrangement, 3 out and 1 in.
When you are obviously a diplomat is sent to a country where relationship with that country is great, and there are people from homeland that are settled there. So obviously, I don't think there is any part in the world where there aren't Indians.
No part in the world at all. You're right.
We are everywhere.
We are everywhere. Luckily, luckily, fortunately, we are everywhere, and we have been very fortunate in all the postings we have been to. We have been extremely fortunate to interact with our own people. Who have done fantastically well. Who are lovely people in terms of, you know, they have earned their money, but they want to give back to the community as well.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful thing. Right. Which is lovely. So, yeah, I mean, we were very comfortable. Yeah.
So when you obviously, this is going to be a question that sort of reflects the entire India. So Europe, a different kind of Indians go to Europe. East Africa, I come from East Africa, totally different kind of people went to East Africa. You go to Fiji, another sect of people that just uprooted themselves and went to Fiji. So there are obviously in America a lot of Gujaratis and a lot of Punjabis. So where do you see the most, which community do you see the most outside?
Well, if we talk about Canada now, of course, we know it's more Punjabis everywhere.
That's right.
We, like I said, we have been to many countries, and they're not, the Indian community is not that big. But yeah, out of like Gujaratis and Punjabis for sure, definitely.
Yeah, they're more entrepreneurial type.
Yes, absolutely. For example, if I talk about Ukraine, we had a lot of business people, and more Punjabis, I would say, more Punjabis. Gujarati is a couple, from Bihar, yes, from South, yes. So it's very diverse. Different places have their different requirements, so different kind of people get attracted to that place.
For sure.
And
I know,
but for sure, Punjabis are definitely more in number.
And I think sometimes we were talking about that, and I thought to myself, why do you think Punjabis get out more? It was the most affluent province of India. People had the money and resources to get out and maybe make a life elsewhere. I want to talk to you about your life here and your life after leaving, which is only 5 months. You still got about 3.5 years to go, right? But let's take a short break and come back.
Sure.
Shalini Chander is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.